The battlefield lay silent under a haze of smoke. Captain Elias Ward stood among the ruins, sent as a human envoy to negotiate with the alien leader before the next wave of bloodshed began. The Ve'ari, tall, silver-skinned, golden-eyed warriors, had underestimated humanity until he stopped their advance at Ralthus Pass. Now he was to face their ruler. The towering doors of the alien flagship opened. Inside, obsidian walls shimmered with silver veins, constellations swirling across the ceiling. At the far end sat Queen Zyrathi Empire, radiant in flowing armor, a crown of golden energy above her brow. "You are the one who cost me 5 warships and my brother," she said. "War takes from both sides, Your Majesty," Elias replied. "I'm here to end it." She descended with feline grace, circling him. "To end it, or to win it? I care that it ends." Her lips curved into a smile, both dangerous and amused. "Then marry me." Elias blinked. "What?" "Marry me, Captain Ward. Become my consort. Our people bound by blood, the war finished. Refuse, and the war continues until one side is ash." He stared at her. "Why me?" "Because you fought me without fear. Because your bloodline would strengthen the royal line. You are useful, and perhaps more." It was the most outrageous demand he'd ever heard, and she was deadly serious. 2 hours later, private chamber. "My people will see it as surrender," Elias said. "They will see survival," Zyrathi countered. "I will not call it peace. Only unity through necessity. And when necessity ends, then they answer to us." Her certainty was unshakable. "I'll bring your leaders here. They will agree, or see their fleets burn." He realized she had left him no choice. 3 days later, the wedding hall of stars. The ceremony took place beneath shifting walls of nebulae and starlight. Humans and Ve'ari stood side by side, wary but silent. Elias wore black with silver trim. Zyrathi's armor glowed with living light. When the crown of energy passed over both their heads, she gripped his hand firmly. "I bind you to me, in war, in rule, in blood. And I bind you to me, in peace, if we can find it." Private quarters that night. "You played your part well," she said. "And you made it feel like I was claimed, not wed." "That is because you were," she replied. "My people must see a warrior, not a lover." "And you, what do you see?" Her gaze lingered. "That remains to be seen." Weeks later, Joint Council. Peace was fragile. Human and Ve'ari generals argued openly. Rumor swirled. Elias as traitor, Zyrathi planning human subjugation. One night, he confronted her. "You didn't marry me just for politics. My people believe a prophecy that an enemy commander would become my equal. I thought killing you would break it, but I did not wish to. So, I'm in your prophecy now. You always were." Months later, border crisis. A rogue Ve'ari faction attacked a human colony. On the flagship's deck, Zyrathi said, "Your people expect you to defend them, and yours expect punishment for the traitors." "Then we do both," she said, ordering their combined forces into battle, not against each other, but against those who sought to break their union. When victory came, she asked, "Do you regret it?" He thought of the lives spared, their growing bond. "No. But I still don't trust you." "Good," she said. "Trust is earned in war, not given at the altar." And as the stars stretched before them, Elias knew the war had not ended. It had only changed its battlefield. Now they fought side by side. The war between Earth and the Aurelians had lasted 6 years. It had begun in the void between Mars and Jupiter and spread across human colonies like wildfire. The Aurelians, tall, Radiant beings with skin like burnished gold and eyes of molten amber, were relentless conquerors. Captain Ryland Cross had fought them at every turn. He'd seen ships burn, worlds fall, and allies die. And now, he was summoned aboard the Aurelian flagship for a final negotiation with their ruler. It felt like walking into the mouth of a lion. The throne room. The moment Rylan entered, the chamber stole his breath. The walls shimmered with light, as if liquid sunlight ran through them. At the far end, on a throne carved from a single block of glowing crystal, sat Queen Serenia, the undisputed ruler of the Aurelian Empire. She rose as he approached, her long braid catching the golden light, her armor molded perfectly to her tall, lithe frame. Even from a distance, her presence pressed on him like gravity. "You are Captain Ryland Cross," she said, her voice smooth but commanding. "The human who destroyed my fleet at Vega Prime." Ryland stood tall, hiding the instinctive urge to reach for a weapon. "I did what I had to. You invaded us." Her gaze was unreadable. "And yet here you are, alone, in my hall." "You asked for a ceasefire meeting," he said. "I'm here to make it happen." Serenia descended the steps toward him, each movement deliberate. When she stopped before him, she looked him over, not like an enemy commander sizing up her foe, but like a queen evaluating a piece of rare treasure. "I have considered the blood spilled," she said. "I have considered the cost of continuing this war." "Then call it off," Ryland said sharply. "You've taken enough." She tilted her head, the faintest smirk playing on her lips. "I will on one condition." Ryland's jaw tightened. "Name it." "Marry me." The words hit him harder than any energy blast. "What?" "Marry me, Captain Cross. Become my consort. Unite our people through blood and law. In return, I will end the war." Ryland stared, caught between disbelief and a sick suspicion this was some kind of trap. "That's not negotiation. That's blackmail." "It is survival," she said simply. "For your species and mine. Refuse, and I will resume my campaign. I will burn your colonies and turn Earth into a relic." He searched her face for a hint of mockery. There was none. She was utterly serious. Later, the private chamber. They sat across from each other at a narrow table. The walls glowed dimly, the light pulsing in rhythm with the queen's heartbeat. At least, that's how it felt. "My people won't accept this," Ryland said. "They will if the alternative is annihilation," Serenia replied. "Your leaders will see the logic. You think they'll just hand me over to you like a pawn? They will see you as a bridge between worlds, and they will thank you for it." He laughed bitterly. "And what do you get, other than ending a war you started?" Her eyes locked onto his. "I get a mate who has proven himself worthy. Do you think I offer this to just anyone? You defeated my champions, outmaneuvered my fleets. You have earned my respect." "Respect," Ryland repeated. "Is that what you call this?" "Yes," she said. "And perhaps curiosity."